for the serious gamer.
Hey, Spider-Bite at NextGenTactics coming at you with some more Starcraft 2. This time we're looking at Challenge's Tactical Command. Not only is this gold rank, this is a flawless tutorial, man. Just wait and see.
Greetings, Commander. Your objective in this exercise is to use limited forces to defend 3 supply depots. The supply depots are widely spaced. You will need to split up your forces to create a guard detail for each one. You should attempt to form groups that will effectively counter the enemy units deployed against them. When you have completed your deployment, press the ready button to proceed.
So I'm just going to tell you right now, in order to get the gold reward, you have to get 10 losses, 10 unit losses or less for all 3 areas. This is flawless. This is damn flawless. We don't lose a single damn unit, alright? It's epic. So you basically need to analyze your enemies and then select the units that you have available that will best counteract them. So that's what we're doing here. We're breaking up our units. The bottom right, the bottom left area here is the only area that contains flying Zerg. So you need, the Hellions can't attack flying units. So obviously you're not going to put your Hellions in there. Although we do place a couple of ground fire only units in that area just to take fire. The only reason they're down there is to take fire. We got 5 Hellions up top. And it's really about, it's not only unit selection, but it's going to be about micromanaging your units during the battle. Okay, so there's our Hellions. We want to get them as far up as possible to where the Zerglings are going to come out. We've got a couple medevacs, so that's going to be important because they're going to start healing the Marines as they take damage. And we're going to split these guys up into 2 equal groups, okay, near the supply depot. So we want them up sort of at the top left, just because these they're versus Mutalisks, the flying Mutalisks, and they sort of come up middle top. So we're gonna take these Marines, and we're gonna split them up into sort of 2 groups of 2. One right beside the slide depot, and one at the top left. We've got Ghosts there. We're gonna keep them back near the Marines. I mean, you can cloak him, but you want him to take damage along with the other Marines, because if you cloak him, then the Mutalisks aren't gonna, a lot of times they'll gang up on individual units, but you want Ghosts to take a little bit of damage. The ground units are only there, like I said, just to take fire, or hopefully take a little bit of fire from the Mutalisks. They'll only fire at the ground units maybe once, maybe twice, and then they'll go for the Marines who are actually inflicting damage on them. So they're pretty smart. The medevacs we're going to place sort of at the front, because you want them to try and take a little bit of damage. If you put them too far up front, though, the Mutalisks will take them right out. And we're going to leave Ghosts sort of in the middle there. Okay, and we deployed the siege tank as well. On the right side, what did we put? We had basically 4 Hellions. There's Banelings on the other side, but they blow up quite easily, and they inflict splash damage on their buddies. So let's see what happens. We start off with the 5 Hellions versus Zerglings. You want to micromanage. So we're going to let them fire, then we're going to bring them back. Let them fire, bring them back. Because, I mean, if you just sit them there, 5 is not going to do it. Like, you need, all of your Hellions, basically, to do this if you're just going to let them sit there. So you micromanage it. You let them fire. They've got, obviously, a lot greater range than the Zerglings. Here you got the Banelings. Like I said, I mean, we don't need very much here. We got the 4 Hellions, and they can take these guys out pretty well. And this is it's basically the same tactic we use for the Zerglings. And they can take, I think that supply depot can actually take 3 hits from those guys. So, all right. We're going to use the stim packs and the Marines right away. And then we're going to select Ghost, and we're going to snipe these guys. Just keep sniping. Just keep selecting and sniping, and let the Marines do their thing. The only guy you're going to micromanage is Ghost. And you hit, I believe it's R, and then select target to keep sniping. So that's round 1. Perfect round. No units lost. That's the first third of our epicness. That is our flawless victory here. Okay, so here, this is round 2. We've got 6 siege tanks. We're going to bring 5 to the bottom. I believe the bottom is you got hydralisks. So these we're just going to use 5 siege tanks on them. The right-hand side, we're going to bring the siege tank. All our Marines are going to go over there. And Ghost. On this side, on the right side, you have an Ultralisk. You're up against an Ultralisk. So we're going to bring Ghost right up to the front, as close as possible. We're going to deploy the tank, and then we're going to have the Marines behind the tank so that they can fire at the Hydralisk, or sorry, the Ultralisk as he comes in to attack the tank, and he will. Because we're going to actually cloak Ghost, as you'll see. Up at the top left, we're bringing all our Marauders and both Medevacs.
Now what?
And we're actually going to sit the Marauders as far back as possible. We want these guys. You're up against roaches, and forgive me if I get any of the names of the units wrong. I believe I have all the Terran units right or correct. The Zerg, I might have 1 or 2 possibly that are wrong, but whatever. So the Marauders are up against roaches, and you want them as far back as possible because you want them to start inflicting damage as the roaches start to attack the supply depot. So you get a couple of attacks without them actually countering until you got a couple in. The siege tanks, we're deploying them all 5 of them just in a row like that, and I believe we're set to go here. We're just setting our control keys. And we got the Marauders, so let's see what happens. You're going to stim them right away, okay? As soon as the round starts, stim them. So that the Medevacs have time to heal them all before they have to engage the roaches. And then let them get up to the supply depot and then attack them. And you can micromanage it. And what you want to do is keep them all selected, and if one of them starts taking damage, drop them back. Drop them back. And then select them all again. So we got 2 there, and thankfully the Medevac's actually helping out because he's healing that one guy. But you gotta have them all, keep them all selected, and make sure you drop the ones back that are dropping the orange. Okay, so you're gonna select Ghost. You're gonna take a shot, a sniper shot. The Ultralisk has a hard time attacking individual units like that. So we're gonna just keep sniping him, and then he's gonna go for the siege tank. The Marines are gonna help out. He's gonna get a few shots in on the siege tank, and that's it. Done. Ultralisk gone. And the bottom here, I mean, you don't have to do anything. I mean, watch the carnage that these siege tanks lay upon these Hydralisks. It's hilarious. Nothing. You got nothing. We got 1 yellow, 2 yellow, 1's orange. Ooh, no! That was actually pretty close. That was a pretty close one. So that's it. Round 2, 0 units lost. Thank you very much. On to round 3. Alright. We got a lot of guys here. We got these swords. They kill me. It's like 5 Arnolds. Anyways. We're actually going to bring all our siege tanks to the right-hand side and all the Marauders. And your Medevacs. Your Medevacs are going to need to heal your Marauders. Those are the only units they can heal anyway. The top left, you're going to have all your Hellions and Banshees. I believe they're called Banshees. Could be wrong. Okay, Banshees you're going to want to bring up right to the top. And then at the bottom, you've got your Thors, as you saw. You got Vikings. And you're going to bring Ghosts down there as well. Okay, so these tanks, you want to deploy them sort of in a ring. Again, these the guys that they're up against here, Hydralisks and Roaches. So they tend to sort of stay at the top. Like when they attack, they sort of come in at the middle top. So we're actually gonna deploy our tanks like this and leave a space because what we're gonna do is bring our Marauders up front, but then we're gonna micromanage them. We're gonna, I believe we stim them. I don't know. I can't remember. We'll see when it actually plays out. But we're gonna micromanage them. But then they need to drop back. They need to drop back behind the tanks. So you need to have an opening. So we're gonna deploy these guys here. And then we're going to bring the Marauders up front and line them up. And yes, we do stim them because these Marauders move fast. When they're stimmed, like they really move fast. And you'll see as we play it out. So, like I said, we're just going to line them up here. It's about to get heavy. It's about to get heavy. I love the things these guys say. It's kind of hilarious. But yeah, the Thors are pretty cool, but it does get kind of annoying. Ghost is like, alright. He's so cool. Okay, so medevacs, we're going to bring them up here so they could keep healing after you stim the marauders. Okay, up here we've got our Hellions. We're going to line them up sort of beside the supply depot on either side. And like I said earlier, the Banshees we're going to bring up way up as far as we can to the top left. Because they're going up against Zerglings, which the Hellions will take out no problem. But then they have the Broodlords up there. Okay, so this bottom area, you've got your Thors. Alright, Arnold, man. I wish you'd freaking end your term as governor and come back to making movies, man. That would be epic. And then you're going to bring your Vikings, but your Vikings have to be back a little bit, okay? You don't want them up too far. We actually tried it. The Vikings were up a little bit too far, and they end up getting annihilated. So you want them behind your Thors. Your Thors are going to take the damage, and your Vikings have a longer range of attack. And then you have Ghosts up front. And I think we're set. We're just doing our final checks. We're grouping these guys. Group your Hellions 1 and 2. Just hit Control 1, Control 2, and then I think I hit Control 3 for the Banshees. And here we go. So you want to get your Banshees and send them to attack the Broodlords right away. Because they don't have air-to-air attack against the Banshees. And then you're going to take... See, and we micromanaged the Hellions there. We brought them back because the Zerglings at the bottom were overrunning the Hellions, so we dropped them back. And these guys throw down... I'm not sure what those units, if they're Zerglings or not, but they throw down Zerglings or whatever other ground units, and the Hellions can take them out no problem, and the Banshees take out the Broodlords no problem. Okay, it's a siege tank. So Marauders, stim them right away. Stim them right away. And then keep them selected, and as soon as they start taking damage, if you see an orange one, drop them back as fast as possible. And then keep them selected and keep single attacking the enemy units, and you should be able to take them out no problem. But it's important, you have to drop the Marauders back so they start attacking the siege tanks. Okay, this one we're going to micromanage Ghost. We're going to cloak them right away, and we're just going to keep sniping. You don't have to do anything. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. You keep sniping, but then you select your Thors as they start taking damage. Any orange ones, drop them back, and just select the Thors again. Select the orange one, drop them back, and we were fine. We probably would have lost that one Thor if we hadn't dropped them back. So you want to take Ghost, keep sniping them on the targets, and then go and select your Thors and start moving them back. And that's it. Look at that. Sweet! We got Tactical Command Gold. Not only that, we got flawless, man. We had 0 total losses. I think that was pretty epic. It took me a long time to do it, actually. But I wanted to throw this video out there because, I don't know, I think it's pretty good. Anyways, let me know what you think. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, for NextGenTactics.com, I'm SpiderBite. Hope you enjoyed. I'm out.